Ahoy there, sky-sailing friends, and welcome aboard the Pirate of the Sky. I be Captain Cloud, once a rogue of the open sea, but now a humble admirer of the finest air crews ever to ride the wind, the brave men and women of the United States Coast Guard. Today, we cast our gaze skyward as their aircraft soar over storms, spill zones, and troubled waters, answering the call where danger brews. These tales come straight from official Coast Guard B-roll, untouched and true. Every rotor turn and ocean swell, just as the crews saw it. So tighten your harness, steady your boots, and join me as we follow these guardians of the sky and sea, heroes who trade treasure for lives saved and adventure for duty. Onward, me hearties, the missions await. Ahoy there on the waters off Galveston, Texas. A Coast Guard small boat crew casts their eyes aloft as a mighty helicopter from Air Station Houston sweeps overhead, using their perch like a crow's nest to scour the sea for signs of a troublemaking oil spill. Side by side, boat crew and chopper trace the dark sheen, chart its size and drift, and stand watch as guardians of the Gulf, protecting these waters and shores for every soul who sails them. From the murky slicks off Galveston, our journey shifts to clearer skies, though the seas beyond be no gentler. Hoist your eyes eastward now, me hearties, for the HC-144 takes flight over the Bahamas, where Hurricane Melissa's wrath has carved its mark. Let's follow the sentries of the sky as they chart the storm's wake. Ahoy, mateys! October 30th, 2025, high above the Bahamas, a Coast Guard HC-144 Ocean Sentry Sky Galleon slices through the clouds, her crew peering out like lookouts in a flying crow's nest. Below, Hurricane Melissa's wrath shows in flooded streets, shattered roofs, and battered shores. These air dog sailors scour the islands, charting the damage and helping guide precious aid to every harbor and village in need. From the storm-scarred islands of the Bahamas, we chart a far crossing of the compass. Mates, leaving warm seas for the cold, churning waters of the Pacific Northwest. Stand by now as the mighty MH-60 takes the stage, where a father and son cling to hope atop an overturned vessel. The next tale of courage begins. Ahoy, mateys! On a November evening in 2025 off the misty mouth of the Columbia River near Chinook, Washington, the days grown long and the seas have turned treacherous. For 2 weary hours, a father and his young mate cling to the slippery belly of their overturned vessel, fighting chill and current with nowhere to run but the cold gray deep below. But take heart, crew. Help is on the way. A Coast Guard MH-60 Jayhawk skyship from Air Station Astoria sweeps in low, its rotor wash churning the water like a storm from above. The air crew locks eyes on the castaways, marks their drift, and steadies into a rock-solid hover. Down goes the rescue basket, riding the cable like a lifeboat on a steel rope. One by one, the stranded mariners are hauled from the sea's grasp and safely aboard. Tonight, thanks to sharp-eyed kin and these guardian sailors of the sky, this tale ends with every soul homeward bound. Brave work done in the turbulent waters off Chinook, our tale rolls on without a breath of rest. For even as one crew brings 2 souls home, another MH-60 is already spinning up along the rugged Oregon coast. Stand fast, me hearties. A mariner in distress awaits a lift from sea to safety. Ahoy there, sea dogs, off the wild shores of Oregon where the swells rise like sea giants. On this fierce November day in 2025, a lone mariner lies ailing aboard a sailing vessel 19 miles southwest of Tillamook Bay with heavy seas pounding his wooden world. But he's not alone, mates. From Air Station Astoria comes a Coast Guard MH-60 Jayhawk skyship, roaring in low through wind and spray like a steel-winged savior. Down below, a Station Tillamook Bay 47-foot motor lifeboat battles the breakers, her crew taking the stricken sailor aboard, keeping him safe from the angry chop. Side by side, boat crew and air crew dance their risky waltz with the sea. The Jayhawk settles into a rock-steady hover, rotor wash churning the water white as foam on a pirate's ale. A rescue hook rides the cable down, and with sure hands and steady hearts, the crew hoists the patient skyward, lifting him clear of Neptune's grasp. With the mariner secure in the cabin, the Jayhawk turns for shore, bearing him toward a higher level of care. Today, thanks to these guardians of the Pacific, this tale of storm and sickness becomes a story of second chances. From the rugged shores of Tillamook Bay, our course now bends far beyond the horizon, where the sea stretches wild and unforgiving. Brace yourselves, mates, for the next MH-60 crew answers a call nearly 300 miles offshore, a rescue fit for legends. 5 souls adrift, and a long road through open sky ahead. Ahoy there, me hearties! Off the wild blue deep of the Atlantic Ocean near Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. On this November morn in 2025, the crew of the sailing vessel Magic Bus finds themselves in grave peril, their hull taken on water 260 nautical miles, nearly 300 miles from the safety of shore. With the sea rising around them, the sailors abandon ship and cast off into a small orange life raft, sending a desperate mayday across the waves. Far away in the watch center, Coast Guard guardians catch the call and spring into action, launching a full rescue armada. The cutter, Angela McShann, an HC-130 Hercules long-range scout, and an MH-60T Jayhawk rescue chopper from Air Station Elizabeth City. First on scene is the big-winged Hercules, a 4-engined beast of the air. Like a lookout high atop the tallest mast, the C-130 crew scours the stormy seas until they spot the tiny raft, bobbing in the swells. They mark the castaway's position on the chart, circle overhead, and talk with the sailors below, stand in guard in the sky while the rescue hammer closes in. But this mission lies far beyond the usual horizon, mates. So the Jayhawk can't make the round trip on a single belly of fuel. To stretch her reach, the Coast Guard calls upon a massive Navy warship, the aircraft carrier USS George H.W. Bush, a floating island of steel and jet decks in the middle of the ocean. There, the MH-60T Jayhawk crew touches down to refuel, taking on the lifeblood of the mission before launching back into the air, bound straight for the stranded mariners. Guided by the C-130's eyes from above, the Jayhawk skyship closes in on the life raft. Her crew steadies into a rock-solid hover as the rotor wash lashes the sea into white foam. Down the hoist cable rides the rescue swimmer, a lone pirate of the deep, ready to haul each sailor from Neptune's grasp. One by one, the 5 souls climb into the rescue basket and are lifted high into the safety of the helicopter's cabin. With everyone accounted for and in good health, the Jayhawk turns back toward the carrier, pausing once more on the deck of the George H.W. Bush to top off her tanks for the long sail home. From there, she flies the grateful crew all the way back to Air Station Elizabeth City, where dry decks, warm lights, and medical care await. Today, thanks to sharp watchstanders, a long-range C-130 Hercules scout, a hard-working MH-60T Jayhawk crew, a cutter holding the line, and a Navy carrier lending her steel deck for fuel and refuge, the tale of the Magic Bus becomes not a story of loss, but a legend of teamwork, courage, and 5 sailors given a brand new chance to chase the horizon. And there ye have it, me sky-sailing friends. From oil-stained waters to storm-torn islands, from daring hoists near rocky shores to a far-off rescue in the wide blue deep. Each mission reminds us why these Coast Guard aviators be legends of the air. Steady hands, sharp eyes, and hearts set on saving lives no matter the miles or the weather. This old pirate tips his hat to every crew who flies so others may see home again. Until our next voyage together, keep your course true, your spirits high, and your eyes on the horizon. Captain Cloud signing off. Fair winds and following skies to ye all.